Bangor. To the Rockbound Coast and streaming live in HD worldwide at foxbangor.com. More people choose Good Morning Maine.
Today on Good Morning Maine, Herman students are treating the discovery of PFAS chemicals in their drinking water as a learning opportunity.
Plus, a solution may have been found to keep ambulance crews rolling in Washington County.
And brewer officials are asking for public input as they plan for future development. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for tuning in this morning, joining us on this Thursday morning. Kind of quiet out there right now, but it looks like later on in the day today we could pick up a little rain. Some people will also see a little bit of snow, probably a few inches around here.
Yeah.
The potential for anyway. The further north you go and out west, like towards Greenville, that area, they'll probably receive a little more, which I'm sure they'll welcome.
Yeah, I know. Skiers and snowboarders and sledders, all of that. Good for them. Here's Stephen Biggs with the details.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for your Valentine. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. A winter weather advisory is up for the northern ends of the state until about 9 a.m. because of accumulating snow. That'll make roads a little bit slippery from time to time as well. A few advisories also further down to the south and west. We'll adjust this map just a bit so we can see some of these advisories here. It may not pop up. There's a small crowd advisory that we're seeing there. And I think that spot right there might be a gale watch that is up right there. So we have gale warnings. We have winter weather advisories, both of these advisories that are up this morning. But for now, we are quiet out there this morning. We're watching clouds that'll be moving in from the west to the east throughout the daytime period. So increasing clouds will be the general idea as our system's going to be moving in from the west, going toward the east. We see it right about in there now. And so there's not a whole lot just yet. But by later this evening, like literally by about 6 o'clock or so, we'll experience some rain and snow showers. So late in the day before we enter the night period and our wintry mix gets going. So increasing clouds for today, literally by about 6 o'clock or so, that rain and snow chance begins, switching over to all rain with a few leftover rain showers as we proceed through Friday morning. So the winds will not be a huge deal just yet, but they will be increasing, especially with our system moving in. So Friday could be a windy day, especially along the coast. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. So overall, today we're fine. We're pretty much dry, but increasing clouds throughout the day. Again, by 6 p.m., the precipitation starts. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma.
Thank you, Devin. A man from Maine has pleaded not guilty to carrying out a machete attack in New York City. Trevor Bickford of Wells is facing both attempted murder and assault charges for a violent attack in Times Square on New Year's Eve. Officials say the 19-year-old has been studying radical Islamic ideology and wanted to wage jihad against U.S. officials and those he thought were anti-Muslim. 3 police officers were injured in the attack, including one who suffered a fractured skull. Bickford pleaded not guilty this week after being indicted on numerous charges.
A Mount Chase man faces charges following a police search. 38-year-old Trevor DeRosiers was arrested Tuesday after police searched a home and found 2 guns. The search was part of an investigation that began in December when police were called to a home after hearing about an alleged assault. DeRosiers was arrested and faces a variety of charges, including assault, unlawful sexual contact, and possession of a firearm by a prohibited person.
The family of a man who disappeared from Bangor has increased the reward for information that leads to his safe return. 38-year-old Graham Locker walked away from the Dorothea Dix Psychiatric Center in June. There have been numerous searches and many possible sightings, but what happened to Locker remains a mystery. His family is now increasing the reward to $3,500. They're also sharing information with police agencies in other states along the Interstate 95 corridor in case he somehow ended up leaving Maine. You can find more information by visiting the Missing Graham Locker page set up by the family on Facebook.
Herman High School is dealing with high PFAS levels in their drinking water, the so-called forever chemicals. But not only are they taking it in stride, they're using it as a learning opportunity. Matthew Juronsik has more.
Due to elevated PFAS levels in the water supply, staff and students at Herman High School are switching to bottled water for the rest of the school year.
We got our first round of results in December. We, at that time, had a level that was elevated but not over the limit at Herman High School.
At the time, Herman's superintendent of schools, Micah Grant, had the choice to retest the water or wait another year. He decided to retest and found out the levels were above the state limit.
When this news came out, was the math and science teachers at the high school started talking about what does parts per trillion mean. and what can the effects of PFAS do to the body. And so they actually started to explore the numbers and the science behind this announcement.
Math teacher Brandon Crocker says he wants to help students gain a better perspective on the issue.
It's easy to get lost in, well, how does this relate to the real world? And so kind of putting it back in that context of, okay, there's this amount in the water, having that in the context is a very good idea.
Crocker used a swimming pool example to explain to students that 1 part per trillion of PFAS is equivalent to 1 drop of water in 20 Olympic-sized pools.
They showed us a presentation in the classrooms, so I realized that it wasn't bad, and I knew that our school was going to do whatever is best for us.
Now that students have a better understanding, they're thankful Grant retested the water.
He's saving us so much because even though it's a small percentage that we're over, he's helping us so much because we wouldn't have even known that this was in our water.
The district is pursuing a plan for mitigation equipment that will cost at least $50,000. In Herman, Matthew Juronsik reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Maine's community colleges have ended their COVID-19 vaccination requirement for on-campus students, effective immediately. The Maine Community College System Board came to a unanimous decision yesterday to rescind the vaccination requirement and adopt language to strongly encourage all learners to receive the COVID-19 vaccination and boosters. That was a quote. In addition, Board President David Dagler announced that schools intend to strengthen and expand wellness education aimed at mitigating the spread of respiratory illnesses. Students at off-site locations are still required to adhere to the site's guidelines and are the only exception to the rule.
The Internal Revenue Service is recommending taxpayers hold off filing their tax returns if they received a special tax fund or payment from the state last year. The IRS is clarifying whether the payments from the state should be taxed federally or not. According to a statement from the IRS, the rules surrounding these payments are complex. They will provide additional clarity for many states and taxpayers as early as next week. Despite the recent announcement, Thomas Tax and Financial Services owner Bob Thomas says it's business as usual there.
How I'm treated as non-taxable as far as federal is concerned. I'm not putting it on anybody's. I'm saying it's a reimbursement of Maine taxes.
IRS is also recommending people who've already filed their taxes to not file for an amendment. They will provide guidance for that matter in the coming week.
A group of local town officials believe they've found a solution to the state's ongoing EMT crisis. Devin Dagnall met with one to learn more.
This may be a model for other communities because it's not just us, it's the whole county plus the whole state actually from what we've been hearing.
Town officials from Cherryfield, Millbridge, and Steuben believe they have found a solution to what they call the EMT crisis facing their communities. They want to pool their resources and fund a single ambulance corps called the Bold Coast Ambulance Services. According to the Millbridge town manager, Lewis Pinkham, if approved, Bold Coast Ambulance will service all 3 towns and beyond with 2 ambulances at separate locations. Pinkham says the plan would not only improve response time but save all 3 towns money in the long run.
We'll have a lot more control because it will be the towns that's overseeing it. And we'll also get all of the revenue back that is generated from all of the calls.
According to Pinkham, the initial estimated cost will be just over $500,000, a majority of which will be used to purchase a new ambulance that will be housed and maintained in Millbridge. The 3 towns will also use the ambulance currently in Cherryfield, where it will remain. Pinkham says he thinks the towns already have most of, if not all of the funding needed, and there is no expected increase in property taxes.
We are going to try hardest to make certain that we don't increase property taxes. But the thing is, they're going to be getting way more service than they have in the past and a lot quicker response time, so obviously it's going to cost a little bit more.
As far as Millbridge's current ambulance service, Petite Manan, Pinkham says Millbridge will continue to fund them as they have been, and that all EMTs have been offered positions within Bold Coast Ambulance Service. Officials from Millbridge, Cherryfield, and Steuben will be convening on February 21st at 6 p.m. in the Millbridge Elementary School gym and are inviting residents from all 3 towns to voice their opinions there.
We want to show complete transparency. We want to assure the people that we're doing everything we can to provide them with the best service we can.
In Millbridge, Devin Dagnall, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Legislation has been introduced that would add e-bikes to the electric vehicle rebate program. Efficiency Maine currently offers instant and mail-in rebates for qualifying battery-powered vehicles and plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. Senator Maddie Dougherty of Brunswick introduced the bill and says, quote, "We want to encourage more people to commute by e-bike instead of gas-powered vehicles. Gas-powered vehicles remain the highest sources of greenhouse gas emissions in Maine." The measure now faces further action in the committee. They are using those more and more in cities around the country. They might be great for around Bangor area. Yep. I'm not sure about way out in the sticks or something like that.
Right.
But, you know, you might be able to incorporate them somehow.
Well, my friend who lives in Bar Harbor got one last summer, and it was great for around Bar Harbor because, you know, the parking problem is such an issue. So it's great for there.
And you could certainly take one up into the park or that kind of thing, too.
Right.
So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Good point.
Save a ton on gas.
Yeah, I know. And you get a little exercise, too.
Yeah.
If you want to pedal as you go. You have that option with those. Well, the time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, and people who take part in a special survey in Brewer have a chance to help shape the city's future.
But first, another check of that weather forecast. We can expect rain and snow tonight. Otherwise, it'll be just kind of a gray day today. The high will be near 37 degrees. We'll have that wintry mix and rain tonight with lows around freezing. Tomorrow, mostly morning rain with a very warm day for this time of year. The highs will be around 50.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2023 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional with extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar from the Furniture Gallery. Kick back and save an extra 10% on our entire recliner selection and save up to 70% off clearance items. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Gorham, Newport, and North Windham.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Movie Rocket, 268 Odland Road in Bangor, and at movierocketbangor.com.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
This is the game in its purest form.
Bringing it on!
Where the passion lasts a lifetime.
We got a ball game going on, folks!
The rivalries stay true, and the power of the upset is real.
Oh, my goodness!
But the dunks, the blocks,
watch out! How about that?
and the threes.
Oh, what a big-time shot!
Are the stuff that legends are built on. It all tips off Saturday at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. $1 million is going to a conservation project in Trenton, thanks to a grant awarded through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. It will fund the conservation of 216 acres of intertidal and freshwater wetlands and adjacent uplands in Trenton. A statement says coastal wetlands are vitally important to protecting communities from flooding, filtering water, supporting recreation, and also providing habitat for fish and wildlife. Despite their importance, there has been a steady loss of coastal wetlands. The acquisition will be managed by the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife in partnership with the Frenchman Bay Conservancy.
The city of Brewer is asking anyone who shops, lives, or works in Brewer to complete their consumer survey. It's a follow-up to a survey that was done a few years ago. The survey asks about shopping and dining preferences. The information will help city officials and businesses with decisions about the future.
We first ask about habits, but then we also ask about preferences. So what's missing in Brewer? What are the businesses that aren't there that people would love to actually be able to have there? So all of that information is really important for us.
Everyone who completes the survey will be entered into a random drawing for one of 3 prizes. Prizes include 2 tickets to one night of Queen at the Collins Center of the Arts, a night stay for 2 in a suite at Hollywood Casino with $100 to spend at Hops House 99 restaurant, or 2 tickets to a waterfront concert of your choice at Maine Savings Amphitheater in 2023. The survey can be found on the City of Brewer's website at brewermaine.gov. Those are some good incentives.
They put a lot of the emphasis on their waterfront, made a lot of improvements on the Brewer waterfront in recent years. I think they're talking about the whole city. What do you want to see there?
Right.
So.
And it really is such a Twin City environment. I know being from Bangor, there's so many times that I have to go over to Brewer and that they have food that we don't have here in Brewer. So it's awesome. We complement each other very well.
So go to that website. This is your chance to add your 2 cents.
Absolutely. Even if you don't live in Brewer. I like that. I'll have to do it too.
Yep.
The time now is 8:15. After the break, we'll hear reactions to Tuesday's State of the Union by local policy and international affairs experts.
That and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
You've always known what you wanted, no matter how far down the road it looked. We're here to help you get there. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you can get a cash-saving 3.99% financing deal on an all-wheel drive Camry. And every Camry comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate, 974-7815.
You've lived quite a life. Now, it's time to live it up. We're here to help you enjoy all you've earned. Brewer Federal Credit Union. BrewerFCU.org.
Tuesday night, President Biden's State of the Union address drew reactions from both sides of the political aisle.
Our David Ledford breaks it down.
There were several memorable moments during the State of the Union address, including heckles from members of the Republican Party and a focus on the domestic economy. During the address, Biden discussed the supply chain and Buy American policies. Kristen Vicasi, an associate professor at the University of Maine, Department of Political Science and School of Policy and International Affairs, explained what this could mean.
Many of the policies that were proposed in the State of the Union are can be easily interpreted as trade protection in other names. In particular, the Buy American policies that President Biden proposed will be very much seen as off-putting from the United States' friends and allies.
Mark Brewer, professor and interim chair at the University of Maine's Department of Political Science, says that despite vocal disapproval at times, there were clear signs of unity as well.
There were some areas where we could see bipartisan support, and certainly the president and Speaker McCarthy seemed to have moments, at least, where they had kind of genuine engagement with each other, which that's a positive, I would say.
Concerns around the Chinese spy balloon that was recently shot down were another topic at the address. Vicasi explained that while some feel Biden acted too late, there is more to be uncovered with the issue.
In the speech, Biden said, if China threatens our sovereignty, we will act to protect our country, and we did. And that was referencing this spy balloon incident. We don't have enough technical details of what kinds of information was being gathered and the extent to which it was sensitive information in order to make the judgment of whether it was done too early or too late.
David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The time now is 8:20.
Let's get a full look at that weather forecast with Devin Biggs.
Thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's a perfect gift for your Valentine. Alrighty, here we go. So we have a few alerts in effect, a winter weather advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Friday, and this is because of snow that will be moving in. We also have gale warnings in effect until 7 p.m. for your Friday. We're going to queue up one more alert right here because we are watching for another alert that is in effect right about in here where my hand is at. And now right there is, as I thought, a gale watch that is in effect, so we might see that upgraded to a gale warning at some point. That is also up through Friday at around 7 p.m. or so. But for now, we're looking pretty decent out there, looking pretty quiet. We're going to be watching for clouds that will be moving in throughout the daytime period. All this right here off toward the west. Here's a system right here moving from the west going toward the east. This will give us our first chance for rain and snow showers by about 6 p.m. tonight, continuing as a wintry mix overnight as well. And then it'll switch over to all rain at least through the morning period before it begins to taper off. So for now, we still have about 7 inches of snow on the ground in Bangor, 21 inches in Caribou. The northern ends of the state will add some, not so much further down to the south. They may add a little bit of snow, but that'll be about it. So futurecast for today, increasing clouds will be the general idea. Literally by about 6, 7 o'clock or so, rain and snow moves in from the west. Going toward the east, switching over to all rain as we head towards Friday morning. And then by Friday afternoon, look what happens. Things start to calm down and maybe even some sunshine peeking out late in the day before it begins to set. So by about Friday afternoon and beyond, things will begin to calm down. So how much snow could we possibly see? The better opportunities further off towards the north, where around 3, maybe up to 6 inches of snow possible in the northern ends of the state. So Washington County could see up to 3 to 4 inches as well. Bangor about 2 inches or so, with lesser amounts further down toward the south. But a good amount of water. This graphic takes into account the snowfall too, but it measures it in rainfall units. And of course, we had the rainfall too. So up to 3/4 of an inch of rain possible in some spots, or just 3/4 of an inch of water in general will be expected across the entire state. Wave height's not too bad at this point, right around 3 to 5 feet. But of course, with the alerts along the coast, I expect these wave heights to increase as we do proceed. Your forecast for today, 37 degrees, late afternoon rain and snow. Otherwise, increasing clouds with a southeast breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 32 degrees. That wind shear mix will switch over to all rain. That southeast wind at about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 50 degrees. That'll feel amazing. Morning rain showers, then mostly cloudy, maybe peaks of sunshine late in the day. That west wind at about 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. So some morning snow showers possible for the day on Saturday with highs in the lower 30s. Lower 40s on Sunday with a partly cloudy sky, and mostly cloudy by Monday, highs in the upper 30s.
Are 93% of Sleep Number sleepers very satisfied with their bed? Maybe it's because you can adjust your comfort and firmness on either side, your Sleep Number setting, to help relieve pressure points and keep you both comfortable all night. And now save 50% on the Sleep Number 360 Limited Edition Smart Bed. Ends Monday.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, depend on the knowledge and experience of Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center will turn your ideas into accurate conceptual drawings, and 3D visualization is available. Your Hammond sales rep will prepare a materials list and cost estimate. And when you buy all of your materials from them, Hammond will refund all of your design fees. Hammond can deliver your order from any of their 22 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner since 1953.
Napa knows how to stay warm. And with 29 locations in Maine, Coastal Auto Parts has just what you need to prepare for any outdoor activity. Lightweight, durable, and designed for comfort, Milwaukee's heat-on-demand jackets and hoodies are the perfect cold weather gear. No matter the job, no matter the weather, you'll be ready for anything. And while you're here, sign up for Napa Rewards. You'll save more each time you shop. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Come stop by Triple S Tack Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
The Masked Singer, new season February 15th on Fox.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine, and now for your national news. The death toll continues to climb following Monday's earthquake in Turkey and Syria. The fight to try to reach survivors under the rubble grows more urgent with each passing hour. Fox News senior foreign affairs correspondent Greg Palcott is in southern Turkey with the latest.
Amid the horror of the aftermath of the Turkish earthquakes, glimmers of hope. A father, his daughter, and his son all rescued from the rubble in northern Syria. A newborn baby carried from a site carefully in southern Turkey. As the body count builds, the death toll well over 12,000 now, morgues overfilled. Along with a last struggle as the window for survival closes. Desperate hours in the Turkish city of Gaziantep, rescue workers using everything they have, cranes, drills, picks, shovels, their bare hands to remove the rubble from the site of this collapsed apartment building hit by those earthquakes on Monday morning. Their hope is, the possibility is, there still could be somebody alive underneath all that mess. Time is running out. There had been sounds detected from beneath the pile. It's thought some 16 people are there, including a 17-year-old boy. His extended family waits. His mother pleads.
Everyone should pray for us, and we need help.
For nearly 500,000 people now left homeless in the region, there are more problems.
We don't want blankets or clothing, but we have nowhere to shelter, nowhere to sleep.
Turkish President Erdogan facing criticism as he made his first visit to the disaster zone.
Our people must not worry. We won't allow any of our citizens to be left in the streets.
Although his promise to rebuild all destroyed housing within a year rang bitterly hollow to many as they deal with scenes of desolation. It is early in the morning here in Gaziantep now. There is still no news about those trapped in the rubble behind us, but there is more activity by heavy machinery, leading some here to fear this is becoming more of a recovery mission than a rescue mission, but there is still hope. In Gaziantep, Turkey, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Well, meanwhile, Ukraine's president is asking the West for more advanced weapons ahead of a new Russian offensive. This comes as Moscow's forces fire more missiles at the eastern part of the country. Fox's Trey Yingst with that story.
This will be a change that the world has long needed.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky promised victory over Russia during a visit to the UK on Wednesday. In a speech before Parliament, Zelensky renewed calls for Western allies to supply his military with fighter jets. He says the combat aircraft is key to defending against missile and drone attacks.
I appeal to you and the world with simple and yet most important words. Combat aircrafts for Ukraine. Wings for freedom.
On Wednesday, the UK announced plans to provide fighter pilot training to Ukrainian troops. So far, Western leaders have been reluctant to send advanced fighter jets because they require considerable training and could escalate tensions between Russia and NATO, though Britain's government says it's now actively looking at whether it can supply the aircraft.
We will continue to support Ukraine to ensure decisive military victory on the battlefield this year.
Zelensky's visit comes as Moscow's forces ramp up their attacks ahead of the one-year mark of this war. Overnight, troops fired missiles at the city of Kharkiv, seen as a potential target of an upcoming Russian offensive.
The best way to hasten prospects for real diplomacy is to keep tilting the battlefield in Ukraine's favor. This will help ensure that Ukraine has the strongest possible hand to play at a negotiating table when one emerges.
Ukrainian officials want to increase their weapons supply by spring when the fighting is expected to ramp up. In Kyiv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
Body cam footage from Israeli troops capturing a violent raid on a West Bank refugee camp, with Israeli forces killing 5 Palestinian gunmen allegedly linked to Hamas. The Israeli military says the raid was meant to capture suspects who reportedly attempted a shooting at a restaurant in a Jewish settlement on the West Bank. The troops breaking down a gate and entering through the camp at night, claiming to search for the subjects. A gunfire erupted during the operation, leaving a trail of bullet marks, debris, and blood. Hamas confirming that all 5 people killed were armed members of the group. The Palestinian president's office calling the raid a crime and are now urging the U.S. to push Israel to curb their attacks. Violence on the West Bank has ramped up recently, this bloodshed coming about a month after Israel's new right-wing government came to power.
All right, well, still to come here on the second half of our show. A local school district recently purchased snowshoes for students and parents to have a little fun after school.
We'll get a glimpse of that and more as Good Morning Maine continues.
Come try one of our daily specials at Pat's Pizza in Hamden.
Tuesday, spaghetti or ziti with meatballs or sausage, only $5.50.
Wednesday, large one-topping pizza, only $8.50.
Thursday, get an oven-baked wrap for only $6.
Friday is fish and fries for only $8.
And Saturday, get a small one-item pizza with a fountain soda, only $8.
Bring the family to Pat's Pizza, 662 Main Road, North Hamden.
Allergies don't have to be scary. Defeat allergy headaches fast with new Flonase Headache and Allergy Relief.
2 pills relieve allergy headache pain.
And the congestion that causes it. Flonase Headache and Allergy Relief. All good.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Thursday, February 9th, 2023. It's also National Pizza Day. It's hard to imagine before World War II, pizza was little known outside of Italy or Italian immigrant communities, even though flatbreads with toppings on them have been consumed as far back as ancient Egypt. It's believed that pizza was invented in Naples, Italy, as fast and affordable, tasty meals for the working class, which it still is today.
Yeah, I know. I didn't realize how easy it is to make a dough for a pizza. If you're not good at making bread, it's still way easier to make a pizza dough.
Great in the pinch, too. You know,
Right.
if you're home, you want to make something easy.
Yep.
So
since I've learned that, I've kind of tried to keep packets of yeast here and there at my house.
we've been talking all morning about our favorite places to buy pizza. What's your favorite frozen pizza? Do you ever buy those?
I don't often buy them. If I want frozen food, I'll get something else. Pizza is a little too sacred for me. I know that's kind of precious, but
I always leave one in the freezer because, again, it's one of those meals that's going to please everybody.
Yep.
So
I will have a DiGiorno.
Yeah.
I'll smell it sometimes, and I'll be like, I'll acquiesce. And
I
I'll
like
be
some of the
"That's good."
DiGiornos. I
Yep.
really like Newman's Own lately, too.
Yeah,
They have
those are
some
good.
tasty pizzas, too.
Their pesto one's pretty good.
Yeah. Pizza's good for any time of day, too.
I had
Cold,
a pizza
hot.
yesterday. Yep. Pepperoni from Pat's.
Mm.
Can't go wrong. At the original location, too.
Yeah.
I love that spot.
Now I want pizza.
I know. I know. It's dangerous. Well, on this day in history, in 1943, the World War II Battle of Guadalcanal in the South Pacific ended with an Allied victory over Japanese forces. In 1964, the Beatles made their first live television appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show. That was also the year, 1964, that G.I. Joe was introduced at the American International Toy Fair in New York. That sounds like a fun fair.
Yeah.
And in 1969, the Boeing 747 flew for the first time. Those were very recently retired across the board.
Yeah.
So
I think they just made their last one or something like that.
Right.
So.
They're just too big.
Yeah. Today's birthdays include actor Joe Pesci, who is 79. Country singer Garth Brooks is 61. Singer Carole King is 79. This is also the birthday of trailblazing television journalist Roger Mudd, who passed away in 2021 at the age of 93. One of the originals around here. Going way back in television news.
I'm still hung up on it's Joe Pesci's birthday. I love him.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while, but he's so good.
I just always relate, like if I'm frustrated or mad or something, you see him in Home Alone.
Yep.
I know there's so many good Joe Pesci things, and I bring up Home Alone, but the way that he swears in a kid's movie, like he's not allowed to say actual curse words.
Yeah.
I hear that in my head when I sense myself getting mad. It's like you're like Joe Pesci right now from Home Alone.
I think I've seen you do that actually. So it's great though. It's great.
It's expressive.
All right, talking about the weather, starting off kind of quiet today. Not a bad start to the day, but as we move on through the day, we'll see a little rain this evening. Some people will see more snow. It's just another one of those kinds of storms. Depends on where you are. Some people are going to get mostly snow out west and up north. Otherwise, it's going to be just kind of messy.
Yep. Here's Devin Biggs.
And thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Happy Thursday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's the perfect gift for your Valentine. All right, let's get things rolling out there this morning. A winter weather advisory is up for the northern ends of the state until about 9 a.m. because of accumulating snow. That'll make roads a little bit slippery from time to time as well. A few advisories also further down to the south and west, so we'll adjust this map just a bit so we can see some of these advisories here. It may not pop up. There's a small crowd advisory that we're seeing there. And I think that spot right there might be a gale watch that is up right there. So we have gale warnings. We have winter weather advisories, both of these advisories that are up this morning. But for now, we are quiet out there this morning. We're watching clouds that'll be moving in from the west to the east throughout the daytime period. So increasing clouds will be the general idea as our system's going to be moving in from the west, going toward the east. We see it right about in there now. And so there's not a whole lot just yet. But by later this evening, like literally by about 6 o'clock or so, we'll experience some rain and snow showers. So late in the day before we enter the night period and our wintry mix gets going. So increasing clouds for today, literally by about 6 o'clock or so, that rain and snow chance begins. Switching over to all rain with a few leftover rain showers as we proceed through Friday morning. So the winds will not be a huge deal just yet, but they will be increasing, especially with our system moving in. So Friday could be a windy day, especially along the coast. Your hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period. So overall, today we're fine. We're pretty much dry, but increasing clouds throughout the day. Again, by 6 p.m., the precipitation starts. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Well, before all those clouds moved in, yesterday in Herman, students and parents had a really fun afternoon.
Yeah, it looks like it.
They enjoyed some times outdoors during a family snowshoe walk at Patricia A. Duran School yesterday afternoon. The elementary school brought back its popular family snowshoe event from last year. Principal Melissa Davis says they used grant funding to purchase many pairs of snowshoes to make sure there were enough for everyone. She says they added a new educational element to the walk this year, though.
One of my secretaries had the idea that it might be fun to do a story walk. And so we thought we're always pushing literacy, and this would be a fun way to get kids outside and playing, but also reading a story too, which the best of both worlds.
Principal Davis says the walk is a great opportunity to get the school community together for some outdoor fun. And it looks like they had it. Good for them.
Great exercise, too. They provide snowshoes if you ever want to give it a try up at Hirundo Wildlife Refuge in Old Town. You can go up there on the weekend and try it.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah. Also, this weekend, we'll air an interview that I did yesterday, tomorrow, with folks from Fields Pond. They're offering that as well this weekend on Saturday.
Yeah. Cool.
So all sorts of fun stuff. Still to come this morning, Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol. Yeah, Ryan, we'll have your sports updates.
Where are we?
Yes.
We'll be back after this.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. It's a wintry mix out there, but pockets of orange are standing out against the white blanket of snow throughout the state. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes just like yours. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want and zero compromises. Just go to anthemmainehealth.com/answers or call 855-753-3928 for a one-on-one Medicare plan review. Ask about our $0 monthly premium plans that include dental, vision, and hearing coverage, along with transportation, a free gym membership, and $0 copay for prescriptions, all for zero extra cost. Plus, you could be eligible for extra benefits to help you save even more. We have plans with up to $2,500 a year to help you pay for over-the-counter health items, groceries, and living expenses like cell phone, electric, or water bills, all on a single prepaid MasterCard you can use at thousands of locations nationwide. Call Anthem Maine Health at 855-753-3928 or visit anthemmainehealth.com/answers and get a Medicare Advantage plan with zero compromises for you and your wallet.
It's the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event at your all-wheel drive headquarters, giving you, for a short time only, cash-saving deals. Right now, you could save up to $1,300 cash with low 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Highlander. And every Highlander comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and more. Hurry to the Toyota Washington's Birthday Sales Event for cash-saving deals, only at your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
With the bloodline in turmoil, can the Usos defend the tag titles against Braun Strowman and Ricochet? It's an all-new Friday Night SmackDown, live at 8 Eastern on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. This Sunday, the Kelsey brothers will be the first pair of brothers to play against each other in the Super Bowl. And then up in Orono, two brothers will be sharing the Maine football sidelines starting this fall. Brewer senior Jackson Gross signed his national letter of intent to play for Maine in front of family and coaches at a ceremony on Tuesday. He will join his older brother, David, who became a starting offensive lineman this year as a sophomore with the Black Bears. That's marking the first time the two shared the field since 2019 when they were Bucksport Golden Bucks. Jackson says playing for Maine is a long time coming and that it's a blessing to be able to do it with his older brother.
It's truly a blessing, you know. It's been my lifelong goal of being a Black Bear, and ever since I was 6 years old, I've been going to games, want to represent my home state. It was truly a blessing my freshman year to share the field with him, so to do it again, I just can't wait.
All right, as for what the brothers will bring to the Black Bears as a unit, David believes that their natural grit will help them succeed. As two longtime football players and wrestlers, that toughness is just in their genes.
I think Mainers are honestly, they're just built different when it comes to putting in hard work and not avoiding it. I think that's something that we're going to bring together on the field and just representing our last name. And I think we also bring a chance for these Maine kids that want to continue to play football but don't know how to look and see that it is possible.
All right, should have interviewed the baby there. Let's stay with the Black Bears right now, and we will head to the ice. Maine hockey is coming off of another weekend split. They fell to BU on Friday and then took an overtime victory over Merrimack on Sunday. And that win Sunday pushed their win total to a dozen, with 6 Hockey East victories, 5 of them against ranked teams, and they've already surpassed their conference win total from last season. Coach Ben Barr's first season in Maine. And if you ask them what's changed, it has a lot to do with the mentality that they bring to the ice each day.
The difference is that we have a standard work ethic now, and that keeps us competitive. And then when you're competitive, you get a little belief, and, you know, and good things happen.
A lot of it's the culture. I mean, we've grown quite a bit as a team. I mean, I think last year, even earlier on this year, in falling down 2 with 10 minutes to go could have been a different result for us, but I think that shows how much we've grown so far this year.
All right, now with just 8 games left on the schedule, Maine is in an interesting spot. They are currently in 8th place in the standings. Boston College is right ahead of them, and there are a few teams within striking distance right below them too. But they're not too worried about any of that. They're just confident that if they focus on their game, quote, good things will happen.
We're again just trying to increase our standards, build our standard, our culture every day. And if we do that, good things will happen. Whether we finish 7th, 8th, 10th, 4th, you know, we want to be playing our best hockey going into the playoffs because that's a one and done scenario.
All right, on Tuesday, the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame announced its 2023 class of inductees, and they are welcoming 17 individuals into the hall this summer. The induction ceremony will be Sunday, August 20th at the Cross Insurance Center. We can't fit all 17 names on the list, but Husson men's hoops coach Warren Caruso will be inducted into the hall in August. He has been with Husson since 1999 and has led the Eagles to 14 conference championships. Also on there is Jamie Russell, Central girls basketball coach, who has over 400 career wins in his career at PCHS, PVHS, and now Central. Coach Scott Graffam from Madomic Valley and Oxford Hills is in, as well as the 1975 Foxcroft Academy boys basketball team. They finished a perfect 22-0. And then Todd Hansen, the 4-year UMaine guard from Waterville, is also on there. And you can find the full list on the Maine Basketball Hall of Fame's website. That is on your screen. All right, let's stay on the basketball subject now. After the floor was correctly put back on at the Cross Insurance Center, Maine men's basketball hosted top-ranked Vermont, and that's where we begin our hoops coverage. Black Bears looking for their 4th win against a #1 team this season. 3rd win against a #1 team this season. First half, here's where we'll start. Robin Duncan is going to find Dylan Penn. Nice post move here. He's going to get the hook shot to fall. And then it's going to be Jaden Clayton for Maine. He's driving, finds Ada Turgott in the lane, spins, and he gets the 2 to fall. Kellen Tynes now for Maine. He's going to get it to Turgott. He converts again on the inside, but Vermont was too much for the Black Bears on Wednesday. Some great ball movement here is going to find Matt Veretto. He's going to finish it off. The Catamounts would go on to win to a 74-65 victory. All right, up to Orono we go. A huge matchup in B North as Old Town visits the Red Riots. First quarter, Old Town is on the break. Carson Ellis up to Brendan Mahaney, out to Braden Brown. He is money from the corner. Yotes up early. Still in the first, Pierce Walston here with the pump fake, gets the defender to fly by, and he knocks this one down. Great move from the junior. Second quarter, Alex Fernandez is going to intercept this pass, bring it up the court. He'll pull up from mid-range, stops, pops, and drains it. And Old Town would just keep on running all night long. Here's Fernandez up to Gabe Gifford on the break. Some jelly right there on the lay-in, gets the friendly roll. Coyotes win a big one, 54-41. Let's head to a Class B and C battle here over in Bucksport. Golden Bucks taking on the Eagles of George Stevens. First quarter, Solorio sizes up the triple here, and then he is going to splash that thing home from the top of the key. Then for the Bucks, it's Evan Donnell. He's going to get it at the top. Good footwork in the lane, and he's going to get that floater to fall. Here he is again for the Bucks. He's going to get it, take a couple dribbles, and a beautiful no-look pass to Jake Williams inside for the bucket. Eagles the other way now. Patrick Dagan, he's going to come up with this steal, and then he is going to take it all the way home and finish with the left for two. This one was back and forth right at the buzzer of the first quarter. Here's Donnell with a nice step back, drains the three ball. Bucks win it in overtime, 51-48. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
You know, if one mattress was right for everybody, we wouldn't need to stock over 30 models. It doesn't exist. Our low price and sleep guarantees mean you won't pay too much for a great night's sleep. Purchase your new mattress before 3 p.m. and we'll deliver it the same day in the Bangor and Ellsworth area. Warehouse pricing, a great night's sleep guaranteed, same-day delivery, and free removal of your old. At Dorsey's, we've got your back. Sleep well, my friends.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
With AARP Rewards, anyone can earn and redeem points.
They're ready for you.
That's 300 points.
And help their money live longer. Get started for free today.
Are you looking to have some fun, including soaring on Skyrider, the ultimate indoor zip line? Well, come over to Urban Air, Bangor's #1 birthday party destination, located at the Airport Mall. Urban Air has gravity-defying attractions for all ages, including our Warrior Course, trampolines, enormous arcade section, and climbing walls. Call us today to schedule your birthday party. And don't forget, we have endless play memberships available as well. Urban Air, let them fly.
We answered some questions on Angie. Contractors pop up on your screen.
You can read other people's experiences.
To me, Angie is a time saver.
I scheduled it right then and there.
Get started at Angie.com today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. We're here with Ben Lehman and AJ Mooney. They're from the Penobscot Theater here in Bangor, and you guys are here to talk about the upcoming play it premiered last night, right? But the official is this weekend.
Yeah, we had a Pay What You Wish last night,
Cool.
and we have 2 previews tonight and tomorrow, and then we open on Saturday.
Awesome. Can you tell us, what is this play? What's it about?
It is a world premiere musical that was constructed by one of our longtime employees and music director, Lawrence Fingerhut, and he wrote all of the music, and a man named Andy Enninger, who is from LA, and they wrote a love letter to Maine, is what I like to call it. It's called Trapped, a Lobster Tale, and it's a musical fable about lobstermen on the coast of Maine.
Is it more of a comedy, or what kind
It's definitely, I would call it a romantic comedy. There are some really moments of heartfelt emotion as well, and there are some serious issues that I feel like people in Maine do face.
Yeah.
The crux of the play is that there are people in this town of Krusty Isle, the island of Krusty Isle, who are facing some big changes. There are some developers and researchers who want to turn their island into a research facility and theme park.
Yeah.
And they have to make a decision whether to go with that plan or stick with their town the way it is. Changes.
So this is really relevant to our culture.
Absolutely,
Yeah. All right. So, I mean, how would you say this appeals to people broadly? Otherwise, it's Maine-y. What do you like about it in that way?
I like that, Maine-y.
It's Maine-y.
Yeah, new objective there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think change is difficult.
Yeah.
And are you willing to roll with the times?
Yeah.
How far are you willing to go? And I also think, like sticking to some sort of values too, and not selling yourself out to commercialism. Like there's all sorts of those themes in the
on
play.
the coast especially.
I think we come to sort of a happy medium at the end.
Yeah. I feel like there's also a theme of growth and change, and what is radical change versus what is regular and normal life growth.
Yeah.
For your
Definitely.
soul to grow
Definitely.
versus the kind of change that can be detrimental to an entire group of people.
Yeah.
Right.
And basic relationships too that everybody can understand. Mothers, daughters, new loves and old loves, that kind of thing.
So it's heavy, but it's funny at the same time. That's really special.
Very funny.
It's very
It's very funny.
What are your parts that you play in the play?
I play Seth, who is a lobster man and a longtime friend of Caroline's husband, Harry Crabb Sr., who is deceased, and now a good friend of that family and a best friend to Harry Crabb, who is our main character in the play.
And I'm Caroline Crabb, the mother.
Cool.
Yes. And so Seth and I have known each other for a long time, and there may be some sort of romantic interest.
Yeah.
Cool.
But you have to come to the play to find out.
We don't know.
If they get together, they might.
Right, they may not.
We don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Find out tonight.
Exactly.
Do you use your best Maine accents?
He does.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dia.
He does, absolutely.
Good.
I think that's why I got hired, because I grew up in down East Maine.
So you got it wicked good.
Yes, indeed. I can do it up.
Yeah.
That's right.
Putting the Stephen King movies to shame.
Oh my gosh.
It is a really good one.
So this will be at the Penobscot Theater. It's already underway.
It's underway.
What are the details if people want tickets and that kind of thing?
Well, the tickets are on sale now. You can call 942-3333 at the box office and ask Frank or Amy for some help.
Right.
And we go till March 9th.
Yep. And March 9th, and you can also get tickets online at penobscottheater.org.
Right. It's really accessible that way.
Yeah,
I love your
It
website.
It's really easy.
Yeah. And it has a great little recap of the story as well, so you can learn everything you need right there.
There'll be some media on there too, some photos and videos and things like that on the website.
Also, can you briefly talk about what's this pay what you can thing last night and tonight?
We have a first performance. It's an open dress rehearsal, so it's kind of neat. You kind of get to see some behind the scenes action.
Cool.
We're able to stop the play if we have to work on something. Last night we didn't have to do that. We went straight through our run, and people pay by donation to see that, with the understanding that the product isn't quite finished. Mm-hmm. And even in previews, we let the audience know that things may change. You may want to come back even after a preview performance. Once the play opens professionally on Saturday, it stays the same.
Yep.
So we still have 2 nights to be able to make adjustments to our play, really. So
I
it's
love
kind
that.
of a cool process.
And you're making it accessible for everybody.
Yeah, it is. And it's kind of cool because you are behind the scenes. You see the stage manager and the tech table and the lights and all the crew in the audience working, and then you sit in front of them, and we've been in plays where things just collapse, break.
Oh, yes.
And the audience really likes that.
Hey, well,
they
guys,
have a good time.
Break a leg tonight. I hate to cut you off,
No,
but we're
it's
out of
fine.
time.
Hey,
AJ, Ben, thank you for coming on today.
Yeah.
Break
Appreciate
a leg.
it. Thank you.
We'll send it over to Devin for our full weather forecast.
Thank you very much, Craig and Emma. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spas. Sign up for your VIP spa membership today for exclusive members-only services and benefits. It's a perfect gift for your Valentine. Alrighty, here we go. So we have a few alerts in effect, a winter weather advisory in effect until 9 a.m. Friday, and this is because of snow that will be moving in. We also have gale warnings in effect until 7 p.m. for your Friday. We're going to queue up one more alert right here because we are watching for another alert that is in effect right about in here where my hand is at. And now right there is, as I thought, a gale watch that is in effect, so we might see that upgraded to a gale warning at some point. That is also up through Friday at around 7 p.m. or so. But for now, we're looking pretty decent out there, looking pretty quiet. We're going to be watching for clouds that will be moving in throughout the daytime period. All this right here off toward the west. Here's a system right here moving from the west going toward the east. This will give us our first chance for rain and snow showers by about 6 p.m. tonight, continuing as a wintry mix overnight as well. And then it'll switch over to all rain at least through the morning period before it begins to taper off. So for now, we still have about 7 inches of snow on the ground in Bangor, 21 inches in Caribou. The northern ends of the state will add some, not so much further down to the south. They may add a little bit of snow, but that'll be about it. So futurecast for today, increasing clouds will be the general idea. Literally by about 6, 7 o'clock or so, rain and snow moves in from the west, going toward the east, switching over to all rain as we head towards Friday morning. And then by Friday afternoon, look what happens. Things start to calm down and maybe even some sunshine peeking out late in the day before it begins to set. So by about Friday afternoon and beyond, things will begin to calm down. So how much snow can we possibly see? The better opportunities further off towards the north, where around 3, maybe up to 6 inches of snow possible in the northern ends of the state. So Washington County could see up to 3 to 4 inches as well. Bangor about 2 inches or so, with lesser amounts further down toward the south. But a good amount of water. This graphic takes into account the snowfall too, but it measures it in rainfall units. And of course, we had the rainfall too. So up to 3/4 of an inch of rain possible in some spots, or just 3/4 of an inch of water in general will be expected across the entire state. Wave height's not too bad at this point, right around 3 to 5 feet. But of course, with the alerts along the coast, I expect these wave heights to increase as we do proceed. Your forecast for today, 37 degrees, late afternoon rain and snow, otherwise increasing clouds with a southeast breeze at about 5 miles per hour. Later on tonight, 32 degrees, that wintry mix will switch over to all rain, that southeast wind at about 25 miles per hour. Tomorrow, 50 degrees, that'll feel amazing. Morning rain showers, then mostly cloudy, maybe peaks of sunshine late in the day. That west wind at about 25 miles per hour. Alrighty, here's a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Marilyn Monroe Spa. So some morning snow showers possible for the day on Saturday with highs in the lower 30s, lower 40s on Sunday with a partly cloudy sky, and mostly cloudy by Monday, highs in the upper 30s.
CEM DP Porter Contractors has been in business for over 40 years in the Bangor area. We specialize in design build for commercial, medical, and residential. We can assist our customers with anything from lot procurement to helping find financing for your project, along with building maintenance and renovation. CEM DP Porter Contractors is currently hiring in Herman for multiple positions, including carpenters and laborers. We offer vacation, holidays, a 3% IRA match, and competitive pay. If interested in applying, please contact Jason at 207-848-7486.
Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop is now open in Newport. Our unique building is a converted 1800s single-family home that we've given a new life to. A home for treasures, from antiques, collectibles, unique gifts, and so much more. Come make the rounds throughout the many rooms on all 3 floors as you wander back in time, or find a unique gift that's perfect for that special someone or that hard to buy for a relative. So come visit us today. Leona May's Antique and Gift Shop, 147 Main Street, Newport.
Silver Fox Automotive is a family-owned and operated company with more than 30 years of experience. We are originally from the county and offer competitive prices and promise you will be completely satisfied with our work. We offer a stress-free experience to both our new and returning customers. We only use parts from reputable brands to ensure your vehicle is safe to drive. Here at Silver Fox, there will always be a friendly face to greet you. Come see us at 2004 Audlin Road in Herman.
Well, attending this year's Super Bowl in Glendale, Arizona may require taking out a loan. Round-trip flights to Phoenix average $500 from the East Coast, according to the travel app Hopper. Those who are looking to head to the big game from Philadelphia on Saturday and come back Tuesday